Hey everybody, welcome to the stream. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Welcome to Sketch Fighters. My name is Bernard Chang, professional comic book artist. I'm here with a few of my friends and co-hosts, Jerry Ma
Hey, everybody.
and Courtney.
Hello.
Let me get Courtney's picture back up here. There we go. How are you guys
I
doing?
am up there. That's me with my brain showing.
How was the New Year's?
Unbelievable.
What did you do, Jerry?
Well, like a real pro at New Year's, I went out the day before New Year's Eve with a couple friends, and we did a lot of day drinking for like 7 hours, and I was pretty hungover on New Year's Eve.
That's why you
I
look
can
kind of
guess
beat.
who it was.
Yeah, well, also my back. I hurt my back, so my back's been killing me actually. It still hurts.
What's wrong
How'd
with
you
your
hurt your
back?
back?
I don't know. I think it's either the way I'm sitting at my drawing table, or um, maybe the way I slept or something. But my back's been aching for like a week now, and it's starting to get better. But like I can't go running right now because it hurts too much.
Is it?
But I'm hoping like by the end of this week I'll be back to normal.
Did you ever have a back injury when you were younger?
No, but I want to say for like the last couple years I've been getting this, whatever you want to call it, like sore back, or I
Mm-hmm.
don't know, like maybe like twice a year, and it's getting like worse and worse.
Is it around this time of
Mm.
year, like when the temperature is kind of cold and wet and humid?
I That would make sense. I've never actually paid attention to when it happens. I should probably start doing that. But it's just like an old man thing, you know. Like,
Well, when you were in Taiwan, did it hurt? Because it was very
no, it
humid.
didn't. But like the week I came back, though, the week after we were back, it started to hurt.
Mm-hmm. Because I get my knees, so I have surgically repaired knees. They get very achy on like cold when the temperature changes. Um,
Yeah, that makes sense.
so, anyways, what are we drawing today?
Red Sonja.
Did you already do your drawing?
Yes, I have.
Damn. All right, let me finish this torso um, and then I'll get
I
to it.
did my Red Sonja when I was procrastinating with real work.
Well, we spent Courtney. So what'd you do for your New Year's?
I went downtown, San Diego.
Mm.
I just went to a dinner pretty much. And then I fell asleep at 11:30. So I didn't really party it up, but I was pretty exhausted from the holidays, and it was actually raining like very hard. So they had a festival going on at Petco Park, and people went to it. But I commend them, anybody who went out that night, because it wasn't looking good. But it's nice just to have dinner.
With
What did you do?
who'd you go to dinner
Um,
with?
with a gentleman.
Hub, hub.
Hubba hubba. Yeah. Wait, are we not saying hubba hubba anymore?
Well, Jerry has this. We did a poll last time, and we're gonna wait until Jerry actually ties the knot. So
I feel like that should still be a thing, but I mean, if you want to, I mean, I don't like. I could still say hubba hubba. I'm not getting married,
yeah, you can still
so.
say hubba hubba,
Hmm,
but yeah,
all right.
I fell asleep right before the clock struck 12,
See, same
but I was
timeline.
up for Jerry and I and Fletch FaceTimed.
Oh,
So as if we didn't see enough of each other for 3 weeks.
well, now you're all engaged to each other, right?
Yeah,
So
it's a three. It's a
that's
three's company. Well, it's like a
yeah.
four's company kind of thing.
A thruple.
That would be kind of like a cool TV show, right?
I think so.
Only if it was on
Polyamorous relationship.
Who is this you're drawing?
This is Ultra Humanite.
That's his name?
Yeah, he's a DC villain.
His brain is exposed?
Yeah, he's like a super smart gorilla ape.
That's cool.
I don't know if Jojimbo's on yet. I don't know the history of Ultra Humanite, but he's been around for quite a while. He's I think one of the Golden Age characters, if I'm not mistaken. But
There's so many characters.
Sugar Sean is on.
I'm here.
Sean, what's up? Sean Chen, everybody. Mr. Sugar Sean. We call Sean Chen Sugar Sean because
So sweet.
he's so sweet. And the S is a $sign. Sean has is notorious for the largest, highest selling number 9 issue debut. Usually, like, people debut with like a number 1 issue, but Sean's first issue was a number 9, and it was the highest selling ever number 9 copy in the history of comic books.
Is this actual fact, or are you just making that shit up?
I'm sure it's a fact. We just haven't cross-checked
I'm
it.
sure it's a fact.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
Because that is kind of cool, Sugar Sean.
Yeah, if I could verify, I don't know about that though. So,
And
you know, Bernard makes this. He just thinks it's true. So
It's
it
true.
Could be, maybe not.
if I think something's true, it's got to be like it's 90 something percent true.
If it's true to me, it's true to you.
Yeah. And that's all that counts, man. And most notably, single royalty check for his first ever professional gig was quite a lot.
And that's how he suckered
How
his wife
much?
into marrying him. Look at this, baby. This is happening every month.
Right?
Yeah, it didn't last too long. Marvel was in bankruptcy not too long after that.
Oh, so that's why. That's what happened.
Yojimbo, who's our moderator, says Ultra Humanite is a supervillain appearing in DC Comics. He was a recurring adversary of Superman. Ultra Humanite is the first supervillain faced by Superman, and he is amongst the first supervillains of the golden age of comics. So
But he's got an exposed brain. Superman could just, like, literally fry his brain.
yeah, Superman can,
Just blow on his head and he'll be in pain.
right. He can freeze
Stop
his
making
brain.
sense of things.
This is sort of like that scene from what is it, Indiana Jones, where they're eating.
Oh, I just watched that movie. It's so good.
It's so racist too. Just
It
I don't know.
is.
It's like that food. Like, look at these savages eat like they're exotic foods. Like they're just savage people.
Well, and look at him steal from artifacts from various cultures, right? Is that how it is?
Well, look at all the white people acting as if they were Asian in that opening dance scene.
Dr. Jones, protect your heart.
I haven't seen it in a while. Really?
I
There's a lot
watched
of
it on my flight to Taipei.
oh yeah, there's a lot of yellow face on the.
Oh, it's like I didn't realize there was so much yellow face.
Oh shit. Steven Spielberg.
Everything
Well, there's
goes.
wacky Nazis too. So
So, Sugar Sean, have you drawn your Red Sonja?
well, you know, I did Red Sonja covers for Dynamite for years. So
So,
I think some repurposing is in order.
Do you have any sketches that you haven't like published before?
Sketches?
Or,
Oh, I
like,
mean
you know,
unpublished.
Yeah, yeah.
No, come on. I don't keep that stuff.
What about like pencils? Sean, what did you do for the New Year's?
Well, what did I do? I think I was drawing comics, and everyone fell asleep.
Yeah.
And then, so when the midnight hour struck, I went, "Yay!" Quietly to myself.
Your whole family was asleep?
I did have a tradition for a while when I was younger of like peeing through the new year. Like, I would just hold my pee until,
What?
and then I would just be like peeing as the years turned.
Well, and what is that supposed to symbolize?
It's supposed to make it a crappy next year because it's just the wrong thing to be doing at that time. It kind of sets the tone for the rest of the year.
That you missed the countdown and you're peeing instead?
Yeah. Or I mean, I guess it'd be cooler to do the. I don't know if this is a thing, but orgasm through the next year.
Oh, yeah.
You'd have to be careful timing, and you also need a willing partner.
Oh, you can do it by yourself. Or is it more sad? Is that
Still,
sadder?
But is that timing thing an issue? Like, I don't know how good you are at that, but
Does it have to? Do you have to orgasm on 3, 2, 1, or?
yeah, I don't even know. But I mean, I guess to span both years,
Can you, Jimbo, answer this?
It's easier to pee through the new year.
Yeah. What about? Have you gone number 2 right before the New Year's or no?
No, I think that'd be even harder than the end. That would be the hardest of all.
Well, I mean, you'd be sitting on the toilet. For the people that tuned in to watch some comics being drawn, and
Yeah, we're just sorry
Poor
about it.
people.
We just have to apologize to you guys.
this is a majority of comic book artists, who sit around talking about poop.
Oh, can we take a poll to see what guest we should have this year?
Okay, let's take
Just
a poll.
because. So
What guest?
one of the guests, potential guests, I got 2 potential guests:
Oh,
Jerome Pena
oh,
and
Oh,
Jeff
okay.
Darrow. And Jeff Darrow.
okay.
Jerome, I'm not gonna lie to you. Jerome is much more interested than Jeff is.
Yeah, Jerome can draw so well, but when you meet him at a convention, you will never see him draw. So you might as well just buy his books and look at it because that's as close as you're gonna get. I mean, the guy also is extremely nice. He doesn't talk about process. He doesn't talk about industry stuff. It's just, I mean, I had a hard time believing that he actually drew the stuff because he seemed to be so disinterested in discussing art process.
And Jeff Darrow. Who else? Anybody else?
I guess we could try to get Larry Hama on.
Oh,
Oh yeah, for some hot takes.
But Larry
Maybe
can
some
keep,
sass.
just as a warning, he can talk and talk. and
Larry
talk.
has a lot of stories.
Yeah, a
But,
lot
I mean,
of stories.
he can. I can take a break while he spills all the tea.
And they're all old-time stories. So, like, oh,
And he pulls no. He's not afraid of like dishing it on people he doesn't care for.
yeah.
Good guess, all of them.
Anyone else?
Let me see. Who else? I mean, I guess we could get Cliff back on.
Yojimbo says maybe Jim Rugg from
Oh, that's
Kayfabe.
cool. Jim,
Oh, I think
you'll-
Andy's very cool with Jim Rugg.
Yeah, he's a great guy. I spoke to him for a little bit,
Yeah.
and yeah, he's a font of knowledge, and yeah, all of those guys would be great to get on the show.
Anyone else? All right. Well, let's do with these 3 right now. Jerome, Jeff, and Larry. Got 2 minutes. Who do you want to see first in 2023? Poll is up in the chat. So far, we got Jerome and Larry in the mix. Jeff is also in Europe, so that might be kind
Yeah,
of...
he's in. Yeah, the timing could be weird, but I mean, he's open to it. But Jeff is like, he'll want to just talk to you about kung fu movies and stuff.
Okay.
He
Where
can
is
get
he
pretty
living?
spicy too.
He lives outside of France. Well, I don't know if I should say that.
shit.
Sorry.
And basically lives in the house of Mobius.
We forgot.
Oh, Larry.
We forgot to add Courtney's new squeeze on the
Oh
poll.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Wouldn't
don't
we
think
like to hear
dish
from
the
him?
dirt. What's it like to date Courtney?
Yeah.
Spill it.
I'm sorry, amazing. I don't think you need to know that.
Let's hear from him, though. Let's hear from him.
Yeah. Let's hear from him.
You will, with a knife to his throat too, so that'll be fine. He knows not to say anything bad.
Does he say hubba hubba?
No.
Right at the stroke of
What
midnight.
does he say? No.
Does he have what do they call it? Cock control to
Well,
last out for like chicken control? What are you talking about?
Right?
15 seconds left in the poll. Looks like Larry's running away with it. Jerome and Jeff are both
Jerome
tied.
was the one that wanted to come on.
Yeah.
Oh,
Damn.
I'll vote for
Damn.
Jerome.
I think we might have tipped the scales by, I don't know. I mean, we didn't exactly sell Jerome.
All Jerome wanted to do was tell you all the secrets to drawing.
Believe me, I've tried to get that from him.
Well, I mean, we still might only be able to get Jerome.
But I guess I'll try to get Larry on.
You used to have a lot of guests. What happened, Bernard?
Me?
Did people
we
like
had-
find out? I feel like you had, like, when I first got on the channel or crashed it, there was a good amount of people, like
Yeah.
every other week or.
We made a real effort back then.
Oh, that's what's happening.
But then really, it's just the deadlines. Right now, I got
True,
like
true,
a deadline this week.
I mean, what do you think this poll is for, Courtney?
No, I mean, you're going for like one person. You're like, which one out of three?
Well, which one
When-
would you like to see first?
Ah,
I think
I'll
is
see first. Okay.
probably the better.
I'd say let's just start with which one.
Which one you can get?
Which one we can get?
Beef Skeleton says Jerome has like 0 interviews, and we need to get him to spill the tea about his career.
Yeah, if you guys can get him to talk about, I mean, it's just weird to see someone who is so obviously a genius just not talk about it at all.
Well,
So Jerome was one of the guys I drank with on New Year's Eve, and we did talk a little bit about process actually before we got hammered. And he's such a simple guy. Like, he doesn't show off or brag at all, but he makes it sound so easy,
And if you go to his Instagram, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna see all the behind the scenes stuff. It's just photographs of like as if he's a goddamn photographer. It's like I don't want to see that.
what is he drawing these days?
It doesn't really matter. I mean, I don't really think he draws all that much, but whatever it is, it's amazing.
Well, he finished
Seven to
something pretty
Eternity?
long. Yeah, he finished the long run on 7 to Eternity, and he's doing shit. I should know the answer to this. He just told me something for DC. That's all I know.
He basically draws in a sketchbook, and it's amazing. And it's basically a few sketchbook pages, and it's worth like an entire year's worth of comics to most people.
Okay, well, who won the poll?
Larry Hama.
Larry won the poll. Okay.
They just want to see controversy because that guy has no edit button, and he comes from the days like if you went to his office to get work, he would just basically, without knowing you, he would just be extremely rude to you for no good reason. I mean, he'll admit this too. I mean, he would just basically call you names and just say, you'll never work in this business because I don't like the way your face looks. But that's the way it was back then.
Damn, Sean
And
shot
he
out
can
of
really
the
hold
cannon.
his liquor.
Well, I got to spend like almost a week with Larry in Spain. And I'll tell you, he has a ton of stories.
Yeah.
So we'll try to get on it.
Walt has talked to me about his stories, and I'll share this with us few friends here because it'll never go anywhere, right? Walt's like, Larry's got a lot of stories. Like, I'm not sure how many of them are true, but he's got a lot of stories.
Yeah, they all kind of they were all started around the same time, right? I think Larry before all of them, though.
Yeah. Larry, actually, he's got a pretty crazy, life. Like he was assisting, some pretty famous artists from back in the day. Can't believe I'm brain farting right now.
Walt, you're talking about?
No, Larry.
Oh, Larry. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he started in comics with Neil Adams.
So Wally Wood, maybe?
Well, yeah, crap. Like real. Oh my god, I can't believe I can't remember.
Jim Lee,
I mean,
No.
Todd McFarlane.
I guess we should get Larry on.
Okay, I think I'm done with this figure. It kind of looks a little
Cool.
proportional.
I like the arm hair.
It's a hairy guy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll get back to this after the stream.
But now we draw Red Sonja.
Now we draw Red Sonja. Okay, let me say hello to chat real quick. I think Lurky Lurk was first today. What's up,
I
Dustin?
believe Dr. Midnight has been gifting subscriptions again.
Okay, let me thank you, Dr. Midnight. D. Rogers, Wildstorm's here. Jamie Odell. UJ Chen. Wow, UJ. All the way from, he's in Paris right now, but UJ is from Taiwan.
Dr. Blue.
Racer GRX. Art Mike, good to see these guys. Dr. Midnight, good to see Dr. Midnight resubbed for 12 months. Thank you, Dr. Midnight. Plus all the gift subs. Too. Dr. Midnight is a beast. Gift sub UJ. Beef Skellington, good to see Beef. Mr. Joshua, thank you for the resub. 28 months. Wow, we've been here over 2 years. Holy cow. Did James Cole go out for New Year's Eve? Anybody go out for New Year's Eve? DYL Pickle. I think like we FaceTimed on New Year's Eve. Jerry Fletch, myself, and Jerry's fiance.
And Ken.
And Ken, that's right, and Knudsen. And it felt kind of normal because the last few New Year's Eves, that's how we've celebrated, right? Although
I think I've been drinking with my brothers the last couple of years. I can't really remember anymore.
See, Jeremy Joe's here. Good to see Jeremy Joe. Agnes Lamb. Good to see Agnes. Kevin P. West. Look at Kevin P. West Lions. Have a shot at making the playoffs. Golf Boy Sunday. Good to see Golf Boy Sunday. Happy New Year, everybody. Your Jimbo's here. Our moderator extraordinaire. James Quo. Good to see James Quo. Okay, so James Quo has remembered the 100,000 channel poops draw me in redemption. So is James Quo redeeming his 100,000 points for that? Is he going to be drawn? Does he want to be drawn in with the Red Sonja? Have his head cut off?
I think so. I'm going to agree for him.
Let me find a picture of James Quo. Do I have a picture of James Quo?
Discord.
It's on Discord or Instagram?
I saw it on Discord.
Oh, he put it on Discord? Okay.
Yeah, just look for the lots of hair.
Have all you guys seen that Conan the Destroyer movie with Red Sonja in it?
With
Bridget Nielsen.
Bridget, and her big one-liner was, "Do you want to live forever?"
Yeah.
I couldn't
You
stand
guys saw it?
I love Conan, and it killed me that they butchered that movie with "You want to live forever?"
Let me pull up the Discord.
When did that come out?
Before you were born.
No, it's definitely not before I was born. Now
Will Chamberlain is in it.
Because when I posted the picture I drew, everybody was like, or I had two people who was like, "Oh, I remember that movie. You saw it, right?" And I was like, "No."
Where did oh, okay. Whoops.
85.
That's James
I was
Quo?
alive.
Is that James Quo with the blue shirt and glasses?
Is it?
Which section did James Quo leave the picture in?
Maybe I thought I saw it there.
let me pull this up.
Oh, it says it's him.
That's him?
He says it's him.
Okay.
That's James Quo?
Yeah, it's not Asian.
Yeah.
That's not what I expected at all.
Is that James Quo right there? All right.
He looks so normal.
Yeah.
I like his glasses. Those are nice glasses.
Look at that
What?
amazing hair, though.
He's got a great head of hair.
You know? It's
You
like
guys are
TV
so
hair.
jealous. That is TV.
I am jealous.
James, when you wash your hair, do you blow dry it or do you air dry it?
It's like Robert Pattinson from back in the Twilight days.
Tell us about those movies, Sean.
Crispy Papa from Melbourne's here. Good to see Crispy. Carson McKinney's here. What's up, Carson? The Procreate pen I'm using is Clayton Henry's ink pen. Clayton Henry has an comic book ink pen. You can go on his Instagram. There's a link on there to buy it. I think it was like $2 or $1.50 or something. So,
But more importantly, James Quo towel dries his hair.
James Cole towel dries his hair. Does he eat? So he doesn't blow dry it.
And then he uses a little pomade.
Oh,
That's the question.
wait. Okay, so how
It's
long
so
does it
thick.
take to dry his hair? That's the main question there.
So, when
There's a
you're
reason
drawing,
why we're all
Yeah.
interested in this, by the way.
you're drawing Red Sonja, so obviously, most likely, she's going to be holding your head, your severed head.
No, I'm gonna
I mean-
draw. I'm gonna draw James Quo's head on Red Sonja's body.
Oh,
Okay, so I guess this drawing's going to him, right?
Well, let me open up. Let me open up a reference folder.
you want to ask? I mean, you want to tell them why you asked about his hair drying?
Will anybody else have like hair like James Quo? Now that we're looking at him, who wants to put their picture up
Why,
just
though?
for shits and giggles?
But why?
Well, there's a certain host on this site, on this stream, that has wavy, thick hair, luscious hair.
Luscious locks.
But we found this
Oh, hey, Fletch is here.
very
Welcome to the-
intriguing.
Hello.
We're talking about hair drying, Fletch. It's crazy.
Oh, I don't believe in it.
So
Fletch-
luscious hair.
That's why you still have it, right?
That's why.
That's right.
Yeah, that's why he has such a lion's mane of hair.
Air dry, baby.
Do you
Way to go.
Do you see Fletch? Do you see? Hold on. Let me move this. Hold on. Let me move the heads around a little bit. Do you see James Quo's picture, Fletch?
James Quote's picture.
Yeah,
On the screen.
on the screen. It's behind the reference, but I'm moving everybody's head down.
Oh, the one on the top right says "Be Real."
Yeah.
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 He too has one fantastic head of hair.
Yeah. Look at his hair here.
Does he also air dry?
Yes.
Pretty
He
much.
towel
yes.
dries.
Now,
Oh,
how long
very
does
nice.
this James Quo? How long does it take for your hair to dry after you've washed it? I mean, this crazy person that we know.
Wes
Huh?
says everything needs to air dry. Everything, baby.
I mean,
No doubt.
what was that movie with Cuba Gooding Jr. and Tom Cruise?
Jerry Maguire,
Jerry
man.
Maguire.
Come
Yeah, this
on,
guy
man.
is like the Jerry Maguire of hair. No, not Jerry Maguire. Who's the football player? In Jerry Maguire, the Cuba Gooding football player.
Oh, his name? I don't know.
Yeah.
Show me the money.
Show me the money guy.
Whoa. James Quo says it takes his hair like an hour to dry.
Really?
Thank
Wow.
you very much, James.
Cuckoo.
Yeah, so
That's
you
what
can't
I
go to
said.
bed for a
You
while.
Believe me.
Yeah. Well, see, look, he just gave himself up. So we found out that Fletch air dries his hair, like, and it takes him.
What?
It's an hour to hour and a half for it to dry. So you
No,
can't. do
I
anything.
said 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, exactly. Over here.
So every night we just make fun because he couldn't go to sleep. He had to wait for his hair to dry.
Oh yeah, and then your buddy Johnny came by. He backed me up in that claim too.
Really, I don't remember that. Johnny
There we go.
also is only air dries.
He's an air dryer. Yeah, he's got a full mane too. Look at that.
Yeah, Johnny's got super long hair.
Wow. So, all right. Battle of the Sketches is.
Hi everybody, how's everybody doing?
What kind of?
You guys this last
Do you use shampoo, or do you use soap, or do you just?
shampoo?
Yeah.
I'm on the shampoo and conditioner, baby.
Hey, I have a question for you men.
Uh-huh.
So I've showered with men before. It's
Yeah,
fine.
you have.
Oh.
But I realize that
Ugly,
when they go to wash their hair with shampoo,
Pubic hair or regular head
usually
hair?
head hair, but then they'll also go into the armpits and then
Yeah.
any other hair.
Come on,
What
that's
is
hair
that?
too.
No,
That's hair
but
too.
Use the shampoo
But
for
no.
the armpit hair,
for any other body kind of
pubic
hair that's
hair,
longer.
leg hair, chest
Yeah.
hair.
And that's for your benefit.
Not long hair, but like it's always head, armpits, pubic, if they have it.
Uh-huh. If
Well, you know what?
what?
When you get to our age, there's some hair in the ass too. So
Yeah.
So you go
Shampoo goes in there.
straight for ass too.
Basically, Sean just uses shampoo.
See, but I mean, I get it. It's, it's soap-like.
I don't use shampoo for my pits or my
You don't?
ball sack. No.
I don't
Yeah,
use shampoo
yeah.
at all.
I got
the other
shower gel
consent?
for all that stuff.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Sean's a yes, I do. Jerry's no, I don't, man. I feel like I need to.
I don't
What?
have. So
You don't have what? I think you're
You're breaking up.
I don't have any armpit hair.
You
What?
don't?
I don't really have armpit hair.
I need proof. I need some proof. please.
Do you shave it or you just don't have any?
I just don't have any.
What?
oh, wow.
What the hell parallel universe do you live in?
Hold on.
It-
Hold on.
I forced hair into my head.
Do you have any pubic hair, Fletch?
Yes, I do.
You guys never saw each other naked? How
Come on,
how
you
is
guys-
everybody saw?
Or not.
Nobody's
Hey, the
seen
fart
me
being
naked,
beach, they've
Bernard.
seen everything.
There was we kept the lights off. So don't ask, don't tell policy. Don't
What
look.
happens in Thai?
Do you guys trim your pubic hair?
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Does James
I
Quo
do.
have any underarm hair?
With the mane like that, he has to.
Oh,
It's probably luscious too.
Do you think James
it's
Quo
probably
has
very
chest
nice.
hair?
Yes. Around the nipples at the bare minimum.
Ooh. Fletch, chest hair, yes or no?
Small patch in the middle.
Can you shave the patch into the bat signal? Or the Superman diamond? Is there enough there to work with?
Not at all.
I'm looking at these
How
red,
about the Robin R?
yeah, Robin R. I'm looking at these red Sonja.
That's off to the side.
James Cole does have underarm hair. And he also does light manscaping.
I want to thank everybody for sharing their very personal opinions here.
We're getting some pretty good info here.
In fact, you'll do air dry.
Anybody else here only air dries? So we can put you in a separate category on chat?
If I tried to air dry, which I only do during hot summers and during the day, it takes hours for my hair to dry, if not. And yeah, it would be wet all day in this cold, damp weather.
Tell us
so-
more about how you shower, Courtney.
Thoroughly. I have like one of those like Japanese scrubs the like long
Yeah, you do.
towel scrubs. Yes, and then I have sensitive skin, so I use a baby wash to wash. So I don't really smell like a Victoria's Secret hooker or anything. And I wash my hair every few days,
Not
which I
every
have to
day?
tonight. No, that would be. It just takes so long, especially with long hair. I don't think most women wash their hair every day. It's not really
No, they don't.
not really
It's
common.
pointless. It's just such a waste of water.
Yeah, I have to take it's like a long shower. It's like I'm in there for so long.
Hey, those are my covers.
Yeah, this is probably your most famous Red Sonja cover, Sean.
Oh,
That is a long time ago. It's old.
Jeremy Joe just said he needs an air dryer, but he uses a second towel to dry his hair.
Oh,
oh, special.
2 towels.
2
I
towels?
have
I have a special hair towel.
Do you really?
Yeah, it's kind of like it's basically a microfiber.
Yeah.
Like one you'd use on a car. It just sucks it up.
Yeah. When I had hair, I had a separate hair towel.
Do
Different.
you really?
Yeah.
Oh, just one towel. One
Jeez
towel.
Louise, you guys are like living the way like D. Rogers does with his tropical paradise.
I use a bath sheet, not a bath towel. It's a larger bath towel.
Sheet.
It's called a bath sheet.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, look it up. It's a larger towel.
I like wild.
You
Story.
need that much for your hair?
Well, for everything.
Oh, for everything. Okay. I thought you
There's-
just meant for your hair.
There is one towel. It's face to ass, and it resets the next day.
Exactly.
I'm all bath.
Do you use that when you're like brushing your teeth and washing your face?
No, that's towel.
I have a face drying towel too.
I used to work with somebody back in Wizard who had a separate soap just to wash his ass. He told us about it.
Oh, ass soap.
Wow.
You know, Garib Sheamus's ass soap.
I didn't name any names.
Well, I kind of do that. I have like my shower gel, and then I have like an herbal soap. You know, one of those Chinese herbal soaps.
I use one soap for everything, as Bernard can attest to when he found a pube in the
Yes,
on the soap.
we shared soaps, and
Ugh.
That was not my pube. That was your pube.
how do you know I have pube, Fletch?
Look at that cover with that. She's beheading someone, and I artfully cropped it so you don't see any blood.
Where is the one that
It's
she's?
a great drawing, Sean.
The one you were just on with that.
Oh.
She's swinging her sword. You don't see the cut neck on the head or the body.
So is there a Red Sonja superpower, or is she just scantily clad with chainmail? That's like her thing.
Her superpower is her chainmail staying on without falling off.
That-
And the most important thing you have to decide is that chainmail is usually made of little metal circles.
Uh-huh.
So you have to decide whether it's dime size or $50 size.
Hubba, hubba.
This one right here. Yeah, what do you have here? You have it like so that it's stitched coins.
Yeah.
But then she
That
opted
is one
for,
hell of a drawing.
well, she opted
Isn't it? Aren't I great?
Her right foot is fucking rocking.
Yeah, but look at this, Sean. Let me ask you about this fashion sensibility here. She has coin-shaped chainmail for her breastises, and yet she opted for the kind of the dragon scale for the panties.
Ooh, got called out.
Well, that's because you can see spaces between the coin one.
Well,
So I don't know. You'd be able to see
A little
know.
nip slip.
yeah.
Why would
Well,
you
the-
not want that in the other area too?
yeah.
I think that nip slip is okay, but then I don't know. I just thought like just to see that fiery bush down there.
What did you just checked
Yeah.
out when you were drawing the crotch area? That's
Yeah, something like that.
okay. All right,
What's
Dynamite.
fiery and maybe it's all shaved.
Yeah.
She uses her sword to shave it.
Oof.
How many covers have you done for Dynamite?
Oh, a lot. I think maybe Red Sonja, probably just about 6 maybe.
That's a great cover.
Which one?
That's not
This one
Sean.
here? Where's
No, the one where she's putting on the glove. Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that maybe Carlos Gomez? Who's like an amazing artist.
Yeah, that's great.
Waist
Those
looks
are
a little
big
too long.
titties.
Oh, let me. It's. Okay, sorry. Gotta line it up so you guys can see it.
You don't think her waist is just a touch too long?
Her legs are.
Her
legs
face
are a
is
little-
too small for her body.
Her boob is bigger than her head.
That's what I like.
Yeah, that's the way we like it.
And look at this. It's this is her panty or her skirt. What is this called? Is it a panty or a skirt?
What?
The like loincloth?
Yeah, the loincloth. It's kind of big. It's like a big bushy one. So, a lot of times you can kind of tell, like, artists draw certain preferences. Sean obviously draws them very thin. See, this is a Frank Cho one.
By the way, Red Sonja definitely air dries.
Well, there's no electricity back in that era. Unless she gets like the dragons or whatever to blow on her. Look at this one, Sean. Someone tried to copy your drawing.
Which one? Oh man, yeah, that's a copy.
Yeah.
Well, it has my name there, so it has like it's accredited, so that's fine.
Okay.
Homage.
It's an homage.
Aww.
All right. I'm trying to figure out what pose to do.
From the back.
From the back, I mean, a Red Sonja pose, you gotta have breasts, right? I mean, it's like ordering a hamburger without,
You just gotta have breasts.
Boobage.
So I was thinking that she could be holding up James Quo's head.
Mm-hmm.
Or
So
the
why
other
is
thing
she
is
so
like,
violent?
or the other.
Why is she so violent?
Why is she so? Or
Well,
like it's
the red refers to her time of the month.
Oh, that's why.
Does anybody else have any cleaning hygienic quirks? I mean, that just blew us away.
That's not a quirk. That's something you don't talk about. That it's been done for ages. People have been air drying for ages.
A fetish?
That's something different. I don't know if air drying is a fetish.
James Quo. All right, I'm gonna take that option away from the redeemable.
From here on out, so you don't want to draw people anymore.
Yeah. Well, like Red Sonja. Ooh, this is not safe for work. But these are all
Yeah,
Googles.
Dynamite does. They do risque covers, so there's like a secret catalog of most of the covers I've done where they remove the tops.
Really?
Yes.
What?
Oh, you never seen those? They had them for like, I mean, this is
Do you
back in the
remove
day,
the
at
tops,
least,
or
to
do
do
they
that.
have some guy in the bullpen remove the tops?
I would remove the top, and then I was like, wow, I don't know what breast looks like because we cover them up all the time.
So what do you have, Red Sonja? Like quarter size, dime size? 50-cent
her
piece.
chainmail.
Huh? The same size as a chainmail?
Nipples.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I looked up some like Penthouse reference.
I don't know if I like the coloring on this piece.
I don't like it.
Like her face.
It's a little
like,
overly rendered.
yeah. Like
Let
every
the
muscle.
drawing do all that work, you know?
Like her stomach is supposed to go, her torso is arcing inwards, right? Because she's lurking forward, yet it's rendered as if, you know, it's
Well, she
straight.
makes balloon animals too, so that's
Yeah. And her face is kind of dark. I don't know, like the shadows around her eyes.
well, Dynamite always tries to squeeze the most they can out of every piece of art. So they have one that's colored, and then they have like 3 variants that are like one in black and white, and then one where they just play around in Photoshop until it looks weird, and then they sell like 3 different versions.
Which is the version of this one that's black and white? Oh, here's the original. There you have the head. How come this is reverse? Did they flip it?
No, it's just they had me do 3 different covers that look very similar.
Oh,
It's just like the cutting off the head. So that's just a different cover altogether.
okay. Here's another
Way to
option.
stretch the imagination, Sugar Sean.
Yes.
Here's another option. Has anybody thought of this, since we gotta do James Quo? Does she have like a necklace?
Yeah. This is I think it's a Barry Windsor Smith original design.
The necklace?
No, the whole character, I think.
Oh,
I think so.
Do you see where I'm going at with this?
I think you're drawing just boobs.
Just boobs.
Pure titty.
So you could be motorboating.
No.
Yes. Motorboat.
Sean, how did you figure out how many
Oh God, it's a pain.
dimes were in the?
Yes. I just scanned it in and gave it to Jim Chung, and he figured it out.
He inked it?
No. But I mean that Jim Chung, when he draws Captain America, he has to figure out the layout of all the big hexagons, whatever, on every time he appears, and you're in for like an hour worth of work for every time he shows up on a page.
All right. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna draw Jeremy Quo's reflection on the chainmail.
James Quo.
James Quo. What did I say? Jeremy Quo?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So you're gonna draw his reflection maybe 10 times.
Is it 10 times or is it just once? It should just be once, right? But she doesn't have chrome. It's not chrome though.
Right, so that's like a disco ball. So really, only 1 or 2 would have his reflection.
Yeah. I don't know.
What you should do is just draw one giant chainmail that fills a whole page, and then just put James Quo's face in it, and say done.
The one thing here that's gonna make it work is the chainmail pieces in perspective, so that it makes it looks like it's wrapping around the breastises. But I don't know. I don't know.
It's an ambitious
I'm not
solution
really
here.
feeling it. Yeah. What a way to start the year. All right. I'm not going to do that. Let's go with something else. Man, this is tough. So you got to get, initially I was like having his head in the foreground.
I mean, technically, you could have his head pretty much cover most of the real estate of the page, And then you just have to draw some of Red Sonja peeking out behind.
Well, her holding his decapitated head. Right. Yeah, I need to get back to work. What am I... Fletch, did you go anywhere today?
Went to work. I went to go see Avatar with a friend.
Oh. What's
Did
the
that
story with
suck
that
as much
movie?
as I think it does?
No, well, the thing is, it started out sucking, but then started picking up steam, and everyone likes it. It's almost like the reviews changed.
So that movie's good.
It was actually good. I was
Yeah.
entertained. Amazed. 3D. I was amazed at all the. I mean, man, it was just so lifelike. It was amazing. Definitely worth the watch.
Hmm.
He didn't get that uncanny valley effect.
Do they? So what happens in Avatar? I
Wait, you can't do spoilers.
Huh? Well, what is Avatar about? I remember, I think I saw the first one. So how is this different than the first one?
It's on a boat.
There's a lot more water in this one.
So it's Water World?
Yeah, kinda.
And
They
then,
had to get to a water part of the world. Protect his family. It's complicated, but it was good. It kept you engaged.
and then the
the whole
bad
time.
guys are what, the human?
3 hours.
Yep.
Why do the humans want to get rid of the? Because they want to.
Unobtainium.
It's some kind of mineral or something that they want to farm.
Yeah, they have to. Earth is dying.
Mhm.
What I read.
This is already a terrible explanation.
I'm not.
Was there any unobtainium?
Did you watch
No.
the movie, Fletch?
Earth is dying. They have to repopulate. To this planet.
Oh, so they gotta repopulate? That's the plot? That's not that
No.
hard.
It's not the plot. They all need to take over the world.
Do they all air dry?
There are no hair dry.
So they want to take over the world. Why do they have to get rid of all these, all the native species?
The Nazi.
Yeah.
One person is very vindictive and demands. I don't want to give away too much without spoiling.
Is that spoiling if it's the motive of the bad guy?
Well, I mean,
From the first movie.
From the
you
first
didn't
movie.
expect.
Yeah. Okay. It's better than the first?
I mean, can't be any worse.
I haven't seen it in a long time, but this was, like I said, was very engaging.
At the end, do they have like a Thanksgiving dinner with the Navi?
did they have fish?
Do they eat the fish, or are they okay with the fish?
And there is no and so if there wasn't any unobtainium, was there anything like something called like a you can't have thisium or something like that?
No. Where's unobtainium from? Was that?
That was the actual element that they were trying to mine off of that planet.
Was that
You're kidding. I thought you
It's
just made
called
that up, Sean.
No, it's actually called unobtainium. I mean, it was just basically the laziest MacGuffin in the
Unobtainable.
world.
And what is that?
That was in the.
Does that give the humans like unlimited power source, or?
There was no named unobtainium thing.
Oh.
But there was something else though. It wasn't called.
And how far in the future is this?
36 years. I don't know. It didn't say.
I can't touch this yum, says Lucky Lurker.
This movie sounds terrible.
Well, you gotta give it a chance. I mean, But I would think that my biggest fear would be because the CGI is trying to make human-looking people. They would have that uncanny valley, which is something that was they've never been able to solve because it's weird. But there is a theory out there that says the reason why we're repulsed with things that look human and act human but are not human is because in our history, before there was recorded history, we were subjugated and invaded by a species that were would clone or mask, and they were, I don't know, like using and abusing us. And so we have a deep-seated fear of things that look human but are not really human.
Sean,
What?
Sean, do you air dry your hair as well? Are you trying to tell us?
That's how I get so smart.
Sean's saying that it's genetically programmed into our DNA to hate creatures.
Yeah, how else would you explain it though?
Like robots, you mean?
Well, when you see like a lot of CG that where they're trying to make
What
human
about
beings.
every DC movie ending? It's all CG.
Yeah.
People seem to like it just fine.
Well, not from DC.
So you're saying that, oh well, but this is only a recent occurrence. I mean, does Uncanny Valley, is that something that was present, in generations before?
Well, that's what they're saying, is that it's kind of hard to explain why we're repulsed by it.
Yeah.
And one of the things is they can think of is that we have like a genetic predisposition to be afraid of it, because at one point it was probably like the main reason why people died was just being killed or eaten by these shapeshifters.
Michael
What is this
Michael Vasquez has said Avatar 2 is good. Your synopsis is terrible.
And I wholeheartedly agree. Go ahead, Michael. Give your synopsis
Yeah, Michael.
Yeah.
without spoiling anything.
Well, that guy knows what he's talking about too.
Just so everyone knows, Michael is the one of the producers from Paper Tigers.
Yeah, this guy knows movies.
And he has a lot of Steven Seagal movies in his Blu-ray collection.
Oh,
So maybe he doesn't really.
you
know
just ruined his
movies.
reputation now.
But he dresses up as Hit Girl, doesn't he?
Facts.
He went to the panel dressed up as Hit Girl. The panel for his own movie dressed up as Hit Girl.
I like the video I took of him, especially because the pictures are funny, but the video of him just sitting up there smiling in his Hit Girl outfit with the rest of the cast and producers and directors just looking a bit proper. It's it always makes me laugh.
Wow, that takes balls.
Well, it's Comic-Con. Gotta push the limits. So, Sean, next time you're at a convention, time to up your cosplay game.
Okay, I'll be Wednesday, Adam.
I'm sure you would go viral. You'd 100% go viral if you were Wednesday Adams at the next one.
Whoa, wait a minute. Kabong Inc. It says, is it true that the script for Under Siege was originally written as Die Hard 2? If this is true, this blows my mind.
Wait, I mean, how does the timing work on that though?
Well, a script
I
could
thought
have been
Hershey's
written
came out
years
before.
in advance. But it had to be written after Die Hard 1.
Under Siege take place on a boat?
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, Michael says it is true that it was supposed to be Die Hard 2 originally. I trust Michael on this as a lifelong Seagal fan.
What does Michael like about Seagal?
His studliness, his manliness,
And when
how he
does the
breaks
split?
bones with like a snap of the fingers.
His cheetah-like speed?
Well, or his super hot wife.
You know, James Cole has a very kind of somewhat, I would say, chiseled look. His nose.
Got a lot of structure.
Yeah, there's a lot of structure, so it's not that hard. I think I got a good likeness on him. By the way, this will be the last.
James Cole basic?
Huh?
You calling James Cole basic?
No, it's not basic. It's just there's a particular. He has facial features that are very kind of somewhat angular. Like his chin is it's kind of, he has a wide chin, lower chin.
A jawline and a
Yeah.
chin, cheekbones, and temporal mandibular boundary.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
So this will be the last draw me in.
Unless you're a hot chick.
It sounded like a good idea. At first.
Oh, you know who he looks like? You know who James Cole looks like? He looks like Adam Driver.
Who's Adam Driver?
Yes, a little bit.
I don't
Kylo
know.
Ren from Star
Oh.
Wars.
No,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah, he does.
A little bit.
Adam Driver's got a nose that's
Nose.
like 3/4 the size of his face.
Yeah, not that much, obviously, but
Send
little
us a
bit.
picture where you pull your pants up to your nipples.
He kind of looks like the more handsome version of that guy from that movie Garden State.
That's Superbad?
Kinda.
Garden State.
Yeah, what's his name? It's the Scrubs guy.
Yeah, he's from Scrubs.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know who you're talking about. I'm talking about something more relevant.
And this also doesn't make sense because I don't think they had glasses back in the Red Sonja era. I mean, is this a time traveling Red Sonja story here? Come on, James Cole could have like really thought about this a little bit more.
Oh, Zach Braff.
Could be a time traveling Red Sonja.
Yeah, I mean, did they have glasses back then? I don't think so. What kind of hair does she
Yeah.
have?
Maybe they had magnifying glasses.
Yeah, what happens if you had bad eyesight then?
Well, you're
You'd
dead.
be dead before your
Yeah.
eyesight goes bad. And you live like to be up about 34 back then.
Yeah.
Is that why Asian people are never included in these fantasy stories? Because we all need glasses.
Because we need grasses.
Oh my god.
Does she have these shoulder things or? Okay, I guess. Everyone's kind of drawing her with these shoulder.
Yeah, that's a Barry Windsor Smith thing.
And then like a kind of like a necklace.
Oh, here's a cool scavenger hunt kind of thing. It's kind of commonly known by a lot of people who read my bio that Rye number 9 was my first published work. That's not true. There was one thing that came before then, and I don't think I ever told anyone, but I was published by Marvel way before before Valiant. So I remember I did a pinup and it appeared in a Punisher annual, and I totally forgot about it, but it's out there, and if anyone can find it, I haven't seen it since I did it.
Well, that fucks up my whole theory. Debut single issue.
Yeah, but I mean, it was a pinup.
Do pinups count? I guess.
I don't know, but I guess one of the reasons I don't talk about it is 'cause it's a really bad drawing. So
Let's
if
find
anyone
it.
wants to find it, yeah, find
I
it,
want
and
to
then
see this.
Punisher annual number something. I remember Jay Lee was in it, and there was probably some red on the cover, I believe.
You
I
don't,
think we all gotta find old old drawings, or some of your first published drawings.
Sean, you don't keep copies of digitally?
No. Oh, someone had Punisher Annual number 5 pinup gallery, so there's a link to it. So wow,
Okay.
that was fast.
Where's the link?
Wow.
Someone found it like within minutes.
It's on the Discord. Let's pull it up. Where's my Discord?
Yeah, feast your eyes on this trash.
Oh, James Quo's on Discord. Okay.
Which one?
Dad, come on, Sean. You're too hard on yourself.
Damn, Vorandor said hi to everyone but me.
Is this it, Sean, right here?
Damn, Vorandor.
Where is it?
That's a draw this in your style thing.
I don't see it. Did someone put it up on the Discord?
Yeah. Like a link.
The link.
It's
okay.
a link in the artwork or general?
Oh, it's on the. It's
Wow.
on.
Storm SCCG put up a link, and it's the third image down.
Yeah, you're going back in time. You have to go to the most current thing.
It's in the chat too on
Okay.
on the
Bristol
Twitch
Boy
chat.
Lee. Here we go. Okay. All right. Oops. Is this it right here?
Oh, that's the link. I didn't do
wait.
that drawing. I think that's a Jay Lee drawing.
Click on that link, and it'll be the third image down.
Okay. This is the Jay Lee, is the red one.
Mm-hmm.
Who's this one? Kevin Hopgood?
Hop.
And Ken Branch. Oh, my anchor.
Yeah, Ken Branch. That's a name from the past.
Oh, Sean Chan with the bullets and the gun?
Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah. That does have a...
Wait, is
Sean
it
Chan.
Graphic design skills, baby.
Oh.
Oh, God. It's
Ooh,
not as bad
butt
as I
shot.
remember.
Look at
Show
the butt.
what about it. Looking back at this,
You can
Ooh.
bounce a quarter off those buns, baby.
bounce a bullet off it.
Let me pull back.
Oh,
How do
Yuji's getting on the subway. Safe travels, Yuji.
Safe
He
travels,
could
Eugene.
punish me.
Dude, did you bunt?
Beef Skeleton asks, "How old were you, Sean, when you drew that?"
Yeah, I'm not really good at math, but it says 92.
That's-
And
30 years ago.
Sean
Oh my
Chan.
God, it's 30 years ago.
Wow, your first work was inked by Bob McLeod.
yeah,
Wow.
So, how old are you now, Sugar Sean?
I am 53.
Damn, you were 23?
21 when you.
Why, what is the significance of 42 bullets?
I don't know. I don't remember. It's so long ago.
Do you want to be 43, Bernard?
No, like, and then, so what is the story here in the drawing?
It's just a pinup. You know, I think you can submit drawings, and if they like it, they'll publish it.
I think you have a good claim against John Wick here. You got the dog in the background. Look at that. The bullet-ridden car.
Is that a horse?
No,
Dog. It's a werewolf.
It's a
It has
dog.
long legs.
Dog.
It's
Let's see who the other ones are.
looks very 80s.
Roderick Delgado.
It's like John Wick too. You know, the dog with the guns and.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he's got a claim against John Wick.
I still say it's a horse.
I say you pick a fight with Keanu.
Wow.
There it is, my first published work.
Maybe he killed 42 people.
How much did you get paid for that?
That's fine.
Oh, I don't know. I forgot.
That's a good perspective on the gun there too. right? The one that he's pointing at the camera, that is, it's kind of a little off. I like that.
Yeah.
As opposed to like pointing directly at you, where you don't see any perspective of the gun.
I like his heaving bosoms.
Yeah, that's a nice gluteus maximus there.
The
Yeah, I
upward
think
shot.
you were known for drawing the best asses in comics, right? When you did Dr.
I
Mirage.
drew a lot of asses, yeah. I drew a lot of asses. Juicy asses. Yeah, see this one by Kevin Hopgood. His gun is like at a completely wrong angle to be shooting this guy.
Yes, it is.
Right?
He's more likely to shoot the tire of the truck.
Yeah, he's shooting at like the truck itself as opposed to the guy. But like,
That guy's dodging the bullet, actually.
right. But the guy's like a huge guy, so it's like Andre the Giant versus like the Punisher.
He's definitely getting urinated on by the gun.
And even the angle of the bullet, it's like curved down slightly. You notice that? No. Okay, whatever. And he got off, look at that, he got off 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds, 3 or 4 rounds.
Why do all the bad guys have to have like crazy like hairdos like that?
Yeah, what is
That's such a stereotypical like punk guy.
Maybe he's just
Why does he have a
green
grenade,
mohawk.
too? He's got a grenade on his leather vest.
And the spiked armband.
Wow, look at the Jay Lee one. This is like
Yeah.
very different than his work now.
Is that black supposed to be there?
Yeah, this is back in the days when this was all printed on newsprint, right?
Yeah, so really for the black area, you're supposed to print all colors at once so you don't have that gray effect.
Yeah. But a lot of times in comics, and if it's like all black inked areas, there'll be like, some slight over coverage with whatever other colors there are based on the printing. I think some of that is like they save money, right? On instead of running it like 2 or 3 times, they just run the black once.
Well, I know at Valiant, when they do the color separation, when there's a black area, they put all the red, blue, and yellow in there so that you don't get that. Because you can see the black in his coat, it has red in it so that it's jet black. But then where there's no color on his legs, it's just kind of like a grayish, one pass type thing.
Wow. Sean, what do you remember? Do you remember your life when you were drawing this? Like, what was going on in your life? Were you like...
Were you guys roommates?
No.
Well, I was
Not yet.
working in a lab in Washington, D.C. that I was processing slides for doctors to look at in a cytology lab. And the cytology lab deals with cells suspended in fluid. So it was a free clinic type thing where what we were looking at is pap smears from the free clinics around Washington, D.C. So these are like, a lot of times they're like prostitutes or whatever who get free health care by going to the free clinics, and then the government would give them their results. So I had to handle this stuff every day, like hundreds of slides, and then process them and stain them and prepare them for the doctors to look at. And since it's a government job, I would work about like 2 hours a day, and the rest of the day was learning to draw comics and doing stuff like this.
Damn.
Man.
And in fact, while I was at that government job in Washington, D.C., the phone rang, and then my boss said, "It's for you." And I picked it up. It was Barry Windsor Smith.
What?
Yes.
That was him calling you, come to New York.
Yeah.
You got a job working at Valiant.
Yeah, I mean, at first I was doing some samples, and I sent it to them, and then he requested a certain storyline to be drawn to check my ability on a scripted thing. So I sent it to him, and then the phone number I put on it was the lab in Washington, D.C. So it was really weird just being in a government lab in D.C. and getting a call from Barry Windsor Smith.
Why would you give up a government job?
to do comics.
Yeah.
You were only working 2 or 3 hours a day. You just said it yourself.
Yeah, but for those 2 or 3 hours, we would get pap smears. You know how it is, like when you do the COVID test, you stick that swab up your nose, and then so they would take that swab and do the thing with it, and then put it in a Ziploc bag, and then put it in the mail to the lab. And I would take that swab out and then spread it on a slide and then stain it. So I was handling the fluids of a lot of these. Most of them are like drug dealers and drug addicts and prostitutes.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, 2 hours a day. But it was those 2 hours. It's kind of a.
Is that how you explain the rash?
It was all very sterile. And so when Barry Windsor Smith called, the operator at the lab picked up, and he was really concerned because after he went over the stuff, he goes, "I got one more question to ask you." It's like when they picked up the phone, they said it was like something about Scientology, and then I said, "Oh no, it's cytology. It's human cells suspended in fluid." And he's, "Oh, okay. Oh, that's good," because he thought it was like, "Wow, this is great. We got this artist," but then he's just a nutcase,
You're gonna
like
have to give a
Tom Cruise type.
percentage. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was right.
Does Red Sonja wear lipstick?
But of course.
That wasn't yet. That's just her natural color.
Or is it just like the blood from her victims?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of suspending disbelief there because that outfit, and she wears these gloves that have the strangest cut out on there that seem to make no sense.
So how did you quit your job?
Well, I just gave notice and left.
Up
And
yours.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the next Jim Lee. You can go F yourself.
Jesus, so violent.
On that note, happy holidays, everyone. I gotta go.
Happy holidays,
It's hard
Jerry.
planning a wedding across the world.
Yeah, I saw Ivy trying on some dresses.
Ooh.
Those dresses look expensive, my friend.
What are you gonna do?
And is that going to be one of two dresses, or is that this? You're going to take that dress, put it in a
One of
suitcase?
two.
Huh? One of
One
two?
of two.
Shit. Why can't you take that one, just split it in half? Because the gown seems to be long enough to make two dresses out of.
Jai. All right. Bye, everybody. Bye, everybody.
Happy holidays.
See you, Jerry.
Oh, our chin's kind of long here. How do we get to talking about lab pap
No,
smears?
because of this, you have my awful drawing still on the screen,
Oh,
but that's where I did it at the government lab.
right.
Oh, Dr. Midnight says IS is the 42 bullets, a reference to, he's asking something, Hitchhiker to the Galaxy were 42
yes.
and survey.
Could have been. I was a big fan of that back then.
Oh,
What is it?
42 is the answer to the meaning of life.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
I thought it's not a Jackie Robinson tribute.
But Sean, are you a big baseball fan?
So, how did you get the Marvel pinup printed, or what did you do? You just sent it in, and
Yeah, there was this editor named Kevin Kobasic, who I'm not sure where I met him, but he was the assistant editor for Punisher. So I asked him if I can draw a pinup, and he said, "Well, you're allowed to submit anything, and then we'll look at it. If it's good, then we'll get back to you, and then we'll publish it."
so you just nobody gave you any direction. You just You just drew it.
Yeah, I came up with it right out of my noodle.
And did you send in the original, or did you send in?
Yeah, I had to send the original, and then they shot it, and I think I'm not sure if they ever gave it back to me.
Oh. So
That sounds about.
it could still be in their art.
I doubt it.
I doubt it.
Or stolen during that.
Yeah, stolen most likely.
James Quo says he is 42 years old himself. I don't believe that. He's a very young-looking white guy.
Shouldn't you have like way less hair if you're that old?
I'm so jealous.
Well,
Hey,
not if you let it air dry.
that's right. Proper hair management.
So you're just turning yourself into a raisin. That's what happens when you use a hair dryer.
I think it's hotter if she doesn't have any. If her bottom just kind of drapes off.
Oh, so it's just like a curtain over her boob?
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, I guess I never really thought about that. Because otherwise it's kind of like a bikini.
Yeah, because why would they have a bikini? Why would she care about a bikini? Really, right? I mean, is it to protect swords swings that come from below that would hit her bottom breast? Oh, look, this is this is Red Sonja time traveling with New York City Police. So
Yeah, this is that artist, Carlos Gomez, who's really quite amazing.
oh, this is the guy that did that cover. That
Yeah, I think that's him. Yeah, if you ever see Marvel characters on merchandise, like lunchboxes or pinball games, it's usually his art.
all right, I need to get this done. I need to get back to work. This is taking too long.
You're gonna draw her areola seen through the spaces.
No, I'm not a perv. Come on. But I will draw this. Look at that.
Oh, there you go. It's the boob curtain.
And I would think some of the chainmail might be off size.
Offside.
Look at this is J. Scott Campbell's version.
Yeah, it's great.
That's actually how you fight when you're like kneeling like that.
Courtney, do you have any movie recommendations yourself?
You mean recently? I haven't really watched many movies actually. Any ones that I want to watch, I always like miss when they come out, and then I was never much to go to a movie theater, so none. I need some recommendations though.
I saw one other movie the other day that I recommend. It's super cheesy, super violent, a lot of gore. Violent Night. Have you heard of it?
Oh, Wait, who's in that? Isn't it with
David Harbour, for guy from Stranger Things.
Oh yeah. He's
The
like
guard-
Santa.
Yeah, he plays Santa Claus, but it's like Wick Santa Claus. It was
Is he really
Pretty
Santa
epic.
Claus, or is he like a department store Santa Claus?
really Santa Claus.
Okay.
A magical, but it was amazing. It was just the blood and the gore and the action was great. But bear with it though, because it does have a lot of cheesy lines, very cheesy script. But it's pretty cool.
What was the story about?
You want us to not?
Yeah.
But how can it have cheesy lines if it's like a satire, isn't it?
Was he like ho ho ho, bitch?
Something like
So he's not trying to be cheesy.
it leans into it, so it's like,
Okay.
oh, somebody's on the naughty list.
Oh, okay. So that's called bathos.
That's called bad writing. What?
Bathos. Bathos. It's a literary term. That's a problem with a lot of the Marvel movies when there's supposed to be like a very serious moment, but they are. You know how they're always joking around, like right after like someone dies, they're like joking around a lot.
like the Thor.
Yeah, and all that is, I think it's because, like if you're a director and you're directing this movie and there's a serious moment, there's always a risk if it doesn't come off right that it becomes very cringy, and that's like the worst thing that a director's like most afraid of. So, in order to get in front of that, they just crack jokes and say like, "Well, I'm not being serious anyway." So there's no, they're just afraid of
So
having a very serious, important moment.
So what you're saying, Sean, is kind of like the cinematic version of like when you're asking a girl out on a date, but then you're like, she's like, "You asking me out?" Like, "Nah, I'm not doing that. I'm just fucking around."
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yes. Like me? Oh, with you?
Yeah,
Come on.
No, come on. Let's be serious here. All right.
That looks good, B.
Thanks. I'm just trying to connect the chainmail. Do all of them connect?
Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, only a few. I don't
But
think...
I think you have to connect the two sides together.
Oh, okay. You're right. I can do that. What movie are you gonna watch next then, Fletch?
I don't know. Maybe think about Babylon, but I heard it wasn't that great with Margot Robbie, Brad Pitt.
What's that about?
1920s Hollywood, kind of insider Hollywood thing.
Oh. Okay.
Coming up that, besides the Marvel movies, Ant-Man. Did you notice that Ant-Man, Quantumania, in the title Quantumania, it spells Ant-Man?
No.
God,
Do you think that's a mistake?
that's on purpose.
That's probably on purpose. I just found it fascinating. I was like watching the trailer today. I was like, oh, Ant-Man, Quantumania. That looks really. Guardians of the Galaxy is really good too. The last one.
Are we gonna give this sketch away?
Yeah, that's a tough one.
I thought it was supposed to go to Mr. James Quill.
Well, I think the redemption is only that you get you get drawn in. I don't know.
But then someone gets a drawing of James Quill,
Yeah, somebody else gets the.
and then you're gonna sell it to James Quill.
I'm not above selling it to him, so
Well, that's only if he likes it,
give it to me.
right? What if he doesn't like it?
I'm sure he likes it. There's There's titties in there already, so he's on board.
Let's say the T. Gotta be breastises.
Do you remember? I don't know. This is a story from way back when, where then you drew a picture, like a Christmas card with Dr. Mirage and his wife. And you know how, like, in artists, we draw through things a lot. So you drew them initially like naked, and then you put the clothes on afterwards. But I guess for some reason you didn't put the clothes on yet. So Dr. Mirage's wife was just topless. And then you had a visit from your girlfriend at the time, who was just, you were like asleep.
Yeah.
And she was just kind of flipping through your stuff and sees this picture. I don't know, was she like very like Christian or something? Like very, she was like deeply offended by that.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then what was shocking was just to go up and like strike someone while they're sleeping.
Right.
What?
Yeah, she
She
hit me
hit
while I
you?
was asleep.
Oh my.
Wow. I remember that. That was messed up. She was kind of prudish, but yeah. We were like, what? I don't know. Because when you start off with a base drawing, you're just drawing like the boobs and everything. And then you add...
Wait.
Huh?
Wait, she's Christian, kind of prudish, but you guys were sleeping together?
Right?
Yeah. Well, go figure, right?
Sorry, you were saying figure.
And this thing is kind of off here. Her breast needs to be further up. Uh-oh.
James Crow claimed it at $80.
Yeah, it was an unfinished drawing. I hadn't finished it yet. And I had like the boobs. I think I drew in. I mean, you know, like the figures basically naked. Like a lot of superhero drawings. You know, they're wearing spandex, but it's really like just the body itself. So, I guess you.
But did you put nipples on it though? Because that doesn't have anything.
I probably had nipples on it, you know, just to know which way they're pointing, right? You need to know if they're pointing left, right, or south. And I guess she was just looking through the work, and then she got really upset and she hit me. Like, I don't remember if she punched me or if she slapped me.
While you were sleeping?
While I was sleeping, yeah, to wake me up and woke me up. Yeah. This was not at Court Street, right? This was while I was still in.
Yeah.
Still at Pratt, yeah. And I was upset.
Do you ever look her up to see what she looks like now?
Oh yeah.
Okay, she's a lovely girl.
I mean,
remember.
I was a little hypocritical, but you know, we were young. I don't know. I don't remember if we broke up right after that.
No, not.
No, we didn't break up, right?
Dawn remembers.
No, I'm still friendly with her parents and her brother. I actually did see her at her brother's her brother invited me to his wedding a few years ago, and I did see her there. So.
Did you feel anything?
Nope. I mean, we eventually broke up after a while. But I guess not over that specific incident. There were other things too. Like she really didn't respect my work. I remember we got out of we went to see Pulp Fiction, and she was really offended by Pulp Fiction. And we got out of the movie theater, and I was actually I really enjoyed Pulp Fiction. I thought it was like...
I remember things a little bit differently.
Oh, really?
Ooh, I like this. Two
No, I
sides.
think the movie you saw was The Piano, wasn't it?
We saw that too. That was another one. This one, the Pulp Fiction, we saw in Miami, and we had gotten out of the movie theater, and I was like, "Wow, that's such a great movie." And she was like, "I can't believe you like that movie. I'm so disgusted by it. It was so vulgar, and it's like." She said something to the effect of, and it's just garbage, just like your work,
Oh,
or just like
okay.
comic books is like garbage. And I was like, what? How did it get to? I was just like, I was just admiring the storytelling. How the stories were. It wasn't a linear storyline. How it was chopped up and you saw different bits and pieces, but then by the end of the movie, you kind of figured everything out and understood how things happened in sequence, but all kind of happening around at the same time. And she was like, "Yeah, that movie was just garbage, just like your work." So,
So,
what was the
when
piano?
did you get married?
What was the piano? I actually thought about marrying that girl too. What was the piano incident, Sean?
Well, I think there was something about. Oh, you had to answer that question. If you had to make a choice between her or your career, you were supposed to pick her and never draw again to be with her.
She asked you that?
Really?
Yeah, and you gave the wrong answer. Something.
To be young
Man,
and
she
in love.
sounds awesome.
Because
She sounds like you really missed out there.
She was a concert pianist, though. So
Yeah.
That's no excuse. What do you mean?
She was a concert pianist. She was fairly spoiled.
Oh, the thing about the piano is that in that movie, that woman made a big deal about her piano and just basically ruined everyone's life because she just wanted to play her damn piano. And all these men came to ruin because of that. And she was just really stubborn about it. And you were thinking well, that's such bullshit. So selfish, that woman. And then she didn't think that it was selfish because she thinks that her piano playing is such a high priority that you have to understand how important it is and how you can destroy everyone's life around you so you can play your goddamn piano.
Sean said piano.
Yeah, she was really into the piano. I mean, she was good. She had one.
So she eventually married her piano. So.
I mean, she was a good pianist, but I think part of that was probably part of the problem. That because piano takes so much time to practice, that she had a lot of stuff done for her. So, is that like a nice way of saying she was a little spoiled?
That is nice. A nice way of saying.
So when you saw her at her brother's wedding, was she with somebody or she have a?
Oh yeah, I think she was married with like 2 or 3 kids already. This was recent. I brought my ex-wife. I was still with my ex-wife at the time.
Right.
So I brought her.
You ever think to yourself when you see an ex, wow, what could have been?
Dodged a bullet.
Yeah, dodged a bullet.
I mean, there's like exes where you reminisce about what could have been.
Yeah.
But that one was dodged a bullet. Sean was there for a good portion. For a good portion of the relationship.
Yeah, I remember a lot of heated arguments and fights.
Ooh, drama.
But I think I was young. I was very, very opinionated. Very.
Yeah, but little line though when she disrespected your work like that.
Yeah, that was. I remember that still. I don't remember a lot of the other arguments. Like the piano argument, I vaguely remember. If Sean didn't bring it
It's
up, I
really
would.
the same argument though. Like she didn't respect your what you did for a living, but she expected you to respect what she did.
Right. Yeah, she didn't really respect because she was like, oh, comic books is just like for kids, or it's just junk.
And the piano is like a classical instrument.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean,
Does James Cole have a widow's peak?
He does. Yeah, he has a widow's peak.
That's kind of cool.
Does he say? Is that in chat? Did he mention that in chat?
I mean, I just see it in the photo.
Oh, yeah. He has a slight widow's peak.
Dr. Midnight, if you're gonna have to delete the stream.
No, it's all right.
I mean, she doesn't listen to this.
No, like when we broke up, I dated like another couple other girls afterwards, and then I moved out to LA. And then she did come out and visited me once when I was in LA. But by then I was already like, I had moved on. And she was rather upset at that moment.
Oh, that's awkward.
But I mean, I remained friends with her brother, and her father was and her family was very close to me. We just couldn't work it out. So I don't think she doesn't play the piano anymore, or I mean, she probably still does play the piano.
Oh, weird.
She doesn't tickle the ivories anymore.
No.
Not in that sense.
Yeah, and there was no benefit to having master fingers. At least I didn't reap any benefit from that.
Weak. That's a disappointment.
Right? You figure like someone with like master finger control.
Master manipulator.
Well, what was interesting too, I think, a positive out of that relationship was because she was such a musical, I guess, I don't know, prodigy, if that's the right word, or not, maybe not. But one thing I learned to appreciate was that she could hear things that I couldn't hear. And in return, I could see things that she couldn't see.
Wow, that's weird.
So, because
like, isn't that just really a matter of paying attention?
Well, like as an artist, we're trained in some respect. We spent all this time training observation and looking at things and seeing movement and sequencing and storytelling. And as a musician, she's trained so much in terms of listening and hearing and feeling through that. So there were things that she could hear that I couldn't, different tonal intonations, especially when you're watching like a movie or a television show or music, listening to music, that I didn't get or I missed. And
or she's like, weren't you listening to me? And you're like, what? And then
well, that too.
So men out there, that's a good way to get out of this argument. You could just be like, your hearing is just so much better than mine. I am so sorry, baby. You hear things I don't.
Yeah, I just don't hear nagging.
Yeah, you must have been a musician when you were younger.
Yeah.
She played the tin flute.
Yeah, those were the days. What else do you remember, Sean? This is
I love this. This is hilarious.
Yeah, I think I've known all of your exes.
What else is there an overlying similarity with all the exes? Would you say that there's a...
No, they're all very different people.
Right?
But I mean, they were all very. I think every single one I was always the third wheel, and I never felt like unwelcome. You know,
Oh, that's nice.
so they were all good people. In fact, like that one we were talking about, she went to one of those, fancy all girls colleges, where all of them are end up being very high performing.
Yeah, she went to
people.
Wellesley.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Okay. Well, so yeah, she says like this thing with Bernard and I didn't work out, but I know a lot of people at Wellesley who I can I wouldn't mind introducing to. I'm like, oh, thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Oh, she said that to you? Wow.
I
Yeah.
hook you up?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Damn. Why didn't she hook me up with another person at Wellesley?
Because you drew comics.
Yeah, I drew comics. Well, you drew comics too.
Yeah, I know.
Shit. Yeah, we met. We met prior to me starting drawing comics. This ex and I. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a long relationship.
We dated 4 years.
You?
4 years.
Mm.
The bulk of my collegiate career.
I can't imagine you dating a prude, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah, I gotta say, all of them are really nice people, and I think also your ex-wife is actually always very nice.
Are you trying to tell him he's the problem, Sean?
Probably.
They're all really good.
There's only one common denominator there.
But I guess they're very different people when you're in a relationship. But
that's what I try to tell people. They're always in different relationships.
I mean, yeah. I thought, being a concert pianist was kind of interesting. But it was pretty, she was pretty high maintenance.
Yeah,
Sounds
that's
like
true.
it.
Like, she really wanted to be taken care of. But then she wanted to be independent. So it's like have your cake and eat it too.
So much inner turmoil, conflict.
And then, of course, we broke up. It was like the classic, for all the young guys out there, it was the classic, oh, she just wants to spend a year finding herself. It's me, not you.
People don't do that anymore.
Well, I think a month after we broke up, she started dating some other dude. So it was code.
She found herself
Yeah.
in bed with another dude.
Right.
That's how it goes.
But look, we're all young. I'm sure I did some
Young and
stupid
dumb
stuff.
and full of cum.
Whoa.
I'm, probably equally or have some share in the in why we didn't work out. So
Making her life hell as well.
probably. I mean,
Yeah, I'm sure she has a lot of regrets. She probably is like, wow, I was such a biatch back then.
she did come and say some of that a little bit afterwards.
Yeah, there you go. See now,
Yeah.
you're vindicated.
So I think I've been mostly vindicated in the relationships that I've had. But again, I'm in it, so I have to accept responsibility.
No, you don't. I deny all of mine. I am the best. You're welcome for letting me date you. Yeah.
We're gonna have your main squeeze on one of our streams upcoming. Spill the beans. No?
All right, we'll see about that.
Oh. Look at all this hair that James Quill has. Come on.
Yes. By the way, her Red Sonja's hair looks great. The layers and everything.
Thanks.
All done without reference.
It's all in my head. Oh,
Bernard's a hairdresser by day, actually.
yeah.
He knows how to style.
Well, what's next week's Battle of the Sketches? This is Big Sword Month, right? What is next week's? Anybody know?
I know Magic is coming up, but I'm not sure if it's next week or the week after.
Magic?
Black Knight, I think,
Oh, Black Knight.
is one of them.
Conan's the
I don't
last
know.
one. That's because there's this. I don't know if we can talk about it yet. But. All right.
Black Knights.
Let's.
Dr. Midnight wants to know if you're gonna mail out his drawings already,
I
bitch.
will. I try to, man. I'm so sorry. I haven't even left the house. I've been on a deadline. I will try to get it out this week. I think I said that last week.
Probably.
It's a new goals. New goals.
New Year's resolution. James Quill has some thick lips. As I'm looking at his picture, right? Can you see that, Courtney?
Yeah. He says he's half Taiwanese. Did you know that?
Well, Quill. That's Chinese.
Thick lips. That's totally anti-Adam Driver.
Adam Driver has kind of.
Adam Driver has has thin lips.
He does. You bring up a picture of him right now. Bring it up. He's giving fish lips here.
That's
He has thick
definitely
lips.
more of a Zach Braff.
No, the facial shape is different with Zach Braff. I think you're just thinking about the glasses and kind of the hair, but
I can see the Adam Driver in the nose a little bit.
yes. But in the eyes too. Adam
Okay.
Driver has a longer face, a little.
We're gonna give this up for. Sean's gonna text me a number.
Wait, he bought it.
Who
Forget
bought it?
about James
James-
Cole.
Oh, he did.
Claim it.
Yeah,
Oh,
claimed it for.
because I was gonna say Sean's gonna text me a number, and then only James Quill can guess the number.
All right, or we should just do that. We should just let him go easy on the guy.
What part of Taiwan is James Quill from? Oh, my vision is. Does he say?
He said, not yet.
So-
Oh, he heard Eddie Redman before?
Eddie
Or the-
Redmayne.
Oh.
Yeah. Bernard knows Eddie Redmayne really well.
Huh?
The Danish girl guy.
Oh, right.
Jerry tricked us into watching that movie.
Is that your man-female crush?
No, he was commenting on Alicia Vikander. And
Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider.
Mm.
When we're in Taiwan, we're looking at like what are we gonna watch today? And he's like,
Jerry recommended Danish girl.
yeah.
Big fans of Thunder. Not it was about.
You went through with it?
Well, we kind of fast forwarded through it a little bit, but
You just fast forward to the good parts so you can finish? That kind of movie?
it was a rainy day in Taiwan.
Yeah, like most of the days there. James from Sway.
Gansui. I don't like this torso. I'm drawing
Tam Sui is where my ancestors are
Oh,
from.
really?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Maybe you're related to James.
Yeah. Well, he's Quo, but what's your mom's maiden name?
Shaw.
Oh.
But you know that cytology clinic I worked in Washington D.C. that was a hookup from my parents, and that doctor's name was Quo. He's Taiwanese.
Oh.
But Quo was a very common Taiwanese name.
Yeah, it's very. I mean, Chen is a popular Taiwanese name too.
Yeah. You know what? About 10 years ago, there's a bunch of Taiwanese lawyers contacted my mom and the rest of my family on my mother's side and said that you might be eligible for a huge payout. And it sounds like a scam. And I was like, oh, just ignore it. It's a scam. But as it turns out, like they're very persistent because my mom's, I guess her ancestral farm was on a very important part that became Taiwan, the city. And that land was acquired illegally because my ancestors were just like pig farmers, and they just kind of took it and said, get off. So they had a legal claim to that land. So they had, these lawyers kind of smelled money and contacted all the people who owned land there and said that you're entitled from the city or the state to get this money. And so they just paid her out like a shit ton of money.
Wow.
Damn.
Man, I mean, some of those parcels of land there was like a bunch of different parcels. When she worked out the math, I mean, the lawyers took a whole bunch of it because it was their idea to make all the money. So they did have to give some to my mom and my aunt. And the amount was substantial. I don't know what the amount, because she wouldn't tell me what it was. But it was a significant amount. So,
That the government just came in and took.
yeah.
And then they sought reparations afterwards. Or,
Yeah.
So were you native Taiwanese then?
You know, I mean, I don't know if anyone's really native, but I think we
there's
go
a
back.
native group of Taiwanese.
Yeah, we go back 9 generations there.
Oh.
there's a, I mean, you know, you could say that there's different kinds of ethnic Chinese that are on the island. You know, there was also, I guess, some Pacific Islanders that are kind of, I guess, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell, like, there's something different about just my complexion is just very dark.
Well, because there's a lot of like people, there are farmers or sailors or fishermen from the east coast of China in the Fujian
Yeah.
province that sailed and eventually found Taiwan and, you know, landed there and lived there and made a home there. They share a
I
very
think
similar
my,
dialect.
My genetics is very similar to a lot of Hawaiians, because I think Hawaiians probably came from, I mean, they're like probably like a spin-off of the Maori people. So, you know, I share a lot of DNA.
All right, Sean, you want to give me a number?
Well, so, I mean, what's going to happen with this drawing, though? Because James doesn't get it. Well, James,
James
I
claim
think
it?
he claimed it.
Oh.
He did claim it, so.
Okay.
For $80, which is,
All right.
you know, he's actually buying a drawing of himself. So
You're gonna make him pay. And you're gonna give it to him.
We're gonna just give it to him. Let's make it official, Sean.
Well, I think $80 covers the shipping, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh wait, where is he? Is he in Taiwan?
Yeah, where's James Quo?
Where in the world is James Quo?
I mean, Dr. Midnight, I've been throwing in stuff with your package. I don't like her torso. But I'm looking for a red envelope, a copy of the red envelope, and it's in a box. I have them already stored in boxes. I just haven't had time to dig through my boxes.
Oh, that's so cool. Like you draw his likeness, but usually when you draw a likeness, 95% of the people use a photograph and draw in the same pose, same expression, same everything, and maybe at the most just exaggerate some stuff. But no one would change the angle and expression and everything. Like, I mean, I think it would. I mean, it takes a lot of confidence to be able to do that.
Well, I hope it looks like him. Oh, I don't really like this drawing that much.
Well, make sure you tell everyone on stream.
This is a classic example of where you start with a layout and then you start getting too deep into details, and then by the time you're done and you look up and you're like, ugh, the torso is kind of a little misproportioned.
You can crop it a little higher, so right underneath her boob.
Yeah.
What that James likes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have her arm come up and hold the sword, but
Hold a sword. Where would the sword go?
well, because you need to like the sword of the arm would be like over here, and the sword would be like kind of up here, like she's holding it back, like she's about to, like she just chopped. She's gonna chop.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah. So this is a case where, again, going back to that, where I just started rushing into it before really fleshing out the entire figure, and now that I'm pretty much done rendering it, I look back and I'm like, ugh, could have been better.
You should really start over, Bernard.
So
Kind of like Sugar Sean in his Punisher drawing. He really has a lot.
I think you fixed it, though. I'm with that torso. I think you fixed it.
all right, let's get out of here. Happy New Year, everyone.
Seriously.
Happy New Year.
Another year of streaming.
Courtney, you have anything you want to add before we get off?
No. I hope everybody had a happy new year. I guess I do. And look forward to the new year.
Fletch?
Just save some money on electricity, guys. Unplug that hair dryer and let it go.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're destroying the environment with that
really
machine that dry your hair.
Right. Sean?
Happy.
I guess just lose all your hair and just save the entire world. Like, there's no need to, no need for drying or even washing.
That's one punch, man.
Yes, when you wash your hair, you just still there's still a lot of shampoo and lather left on your hand. Don't waste it. Look for other parts of your body where you have hair.
That's weird. Fucking weird.
Just don't do it if you're showering with Courtney.
God
And then wait for 24/7 Comics will be launching later the year, maybe around March.
Ooh, exciting.
Yeah.
Does that mean you're coming out for WonderCon?
Well, it's up to Carl Choi. But I have all of my flying, all of my Uber tabs and everything was paid by him.
Well,
Is he hiring?
Well, it all depends. After March, we'll know whether, because there's NFTs. That market's dead. But if we can still be profitable, then
Donald Trump brought it back.
who brought it
yeah,
back?
who knows?
We won't go there.
All right, guys. Well, happy holidays. Who should we raid? Let's raid somebody.
Big titties.
Oh, it's 2 hours. Okay.
Big breast to see.
Yeah.
Dr. Midnight, thank you for the subs, the gift subs. El Cabone, thank you for the resub. 31 months. El Cabone Inc. or Cabone Inc. Mr. Joshua, thank you again. Yojimbo, thank you for moderating. Prince of look at these some of these Prince of Canada, The Big Red, 1967. Musical Bible nerd. Good to meet you. Big Red, 1967. Is Big Red also from Taiwan? Seems to know a lot about Taiwan. We can talk a little bit more about that next time.
Battle of Sketches tomorrow, right?
Yeah, Battle of the Sketches tomorrow, Red Sonja. Happy holidays, everybody. Who should we raid? Anybody have suggestions? Anybody have suggestions? Amarath is not on.
Damn.
Is she still posting?
Oh,
Or
I have no idea.
Did her boyfriend kill her?
What?
Just bam.
I went dark.
Nobody has
Don't worry.
anybody has any suggestions on who to raid? Kobe Shibi? Yojimbo?
Babe Ross.
Babe Ross? Amarath is divorcing her husband.
Oh, good.
About
Ooh, I gotta pee.
You, Jimbo, knows a lot of trauma on the
Something
internet.
pretty. Something.
I think you'll like this drawing when you look at it later.
Maybe. I can't really see it right now. It's
What happened to her other arm? Was she?
that's the
Only
thing.
left
It's
arm?
like I had her other arm up, but then now in order for time purposes, it's down now. It's behind her torso.
Yeah, it's behind her body.
Yeah. So I think maybe if I went in with a wash to knock out the background, this would pop out a little bit more.
Who is something pretty? That's
I don't know. That's who we're rating.
Oh, okay.
All right, guys. Happy holidays. See you next week.
Happy holidays.
Holidays.
Happy New Year.
See you Tuesday.
All right. Thanks for jumping on, guys. All right, hold on.
Something
Let
pretty.
me sign